Not really Justin Bieber hair, but
This isn't the longest it's been. But...
not really Justin Bieber hair, but my hair used to have when I wear a hat, it did the flippy thing out over my ears like this.
Oh, that's nice.
I had that a long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah, long time ago. It was I'm talking like a long time ago.
Like middle school, high school?
No, it's college. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a
Craig's an old man. That's what he's saying.
my head of hair was flipping around doing
See,
all the girls.
I had the Bieber hair. Like
little
sixth
Bieber
grade,
boy.
Well, yeah, you
seventh grade.
did.
Well, who didn't though? Yeah. Did you guys hear Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez are back together again?
What?
Good for them.
I hope they're
Yeah.
Is it?
happy.
I don't know. I don't know anything
Good
about
for them. They're such a lovely couple.
What
Are
she
they?
have? Lupus?
Loop,
Yeah.
what?
She turned into a wolf? Is that what that is?
No.
What is lupus?
She
Just some kind of skin disease.
What's wrong
is
with
it
that?
skin disease or is it?
Skin or hair?
So what?
What do you get from ticks?
Ticks? Loop.
It's Lyme disease.
Lyme disease.
Lyme
With
disease.
a Y.
Correct,
Lyme.
She got lupus.
Lyme disease. Lyme.
Yeah.
Lyme. Ching,
Lysis
ching.
Lyme.
Hey everybody,
Lyme.
welcome out to the Triad Podcast number 66.
Whoa.
Pick up sticks. Let's go.
All right, let go. This
Biblical
episode of the Triad
episode.
Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Blue Apron,
Woo.
Uber,
Oh.
and Bespoke Post.
Yes.
We'll be talking
Let's
about them
go.
here in just a little bit. So make sure you support them because they support us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I tell you what, Craig. Look,
What?
John and I were watching American Assassin yesterday,
Yeah.
and John and I haven't hung out in a long time.
Is that Dylan O'Brien?
Is
Yes,
that the
it
Maze
was.
Runner?
The newer
He's the
one?
kid from the Maze
Yeah, the Maze
Runner.
Runner.
He's in the.
Have you
Teen
seen a
Wolf
trailer
too.
for this American Assassin? I didn't realize I was
No,
going
but
to talk
we
about
can.
it again.
American Assassin?
American
No,
Assassin.
but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
certainly can.
Yeah, yeah.
How new is this?
It came
Last
out
year?
this past summer. I didn't realize I was going to talk about this, or else I would have prep chased for it. But
It's Michael
man,
Keaton, right?
yeah, he's got
Keaton's in
Michael
it.
Keaton. This kid from the Maze Runner was kind of like the Hunger Games, one of those teeny novels that got made into like a pretty successful movie franchise.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make American Assassin as like the next Jason Bourne type
Are
thing.
they?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
totally.
Okay,
Here you
cool.
go.
There he is.
So homeboy goes and he's at a resort. His fiance just proposed to gets blasted, and basically he decides he's going to do something about it.
Yeah?
Okay.
So he's going to go kill a terrorist.
Oh, that's good. This is a random guy. He has no background or
No,
anything?
there's no background
He
in it
spends
at all.
18 months training
Yeah.
and infiltrating. He poses as like he wants to become part of like ISIS,
Uh-huh.
but that's just to get near them and find out where they are.
So where's Michael Keaton in this?
Michael Keaton. Okay, so
getting there.
he goes into the cell and he's about to kill the guy responsible for the attack on the resort that his fiance died at, and then U.S.
Don't spoil anything for me.
Okay, whatever.
This is the
This
beginning of the
this is
film.
like
This
this
is
is
in the
like
trailer.
This is like
Okay.
15 minutes in. Special forces crash in, and they're like, "Hey, like you're not a soldier or anything, but what you did is pretty badass. Go check out Michael Keaton in the woods because Michael Keaton knows how to cut people up."
Yeah, he'll train you even further, and then we both get what we want. You get to hunt down terrorists. We get a cool new soldier.
So is it on Netflix or what?
It's on Netflix. We rented it on
cool.
Amazon.
Yeah.
It's not on Netflix yet, but it was really good.
pretty
American
good.
what?
American Assassin.
See, I was going to watch it because the first like 30, 45 seconds of the trailer looked good, but the last 30 or 45 seconds when there's just like stuff blowing up everywhere,
It looks.
it gets a little chaotic. at least for me.
I will say that the CGI at the end, they have like battleships and stuff.
Yeah,
was
that's
it was pretty bad, but it was well filmed and it was really
The action's pretty
creative.
good.
Yeah, and but anyway, Michael Keaton gets his fingernails ripped out,
Oh,
but it's like in the worst way possible.
That reminds me.
Where yeah, I told him on the stream this morning that
there's a
Michael
time-
Keaton bites this guy's ear off after he gets his fingernails ripped out with pliers because he's tortured. That is the worst. We've talked about Try Hard before that my phobia is fingernails getting ripped out. And straight up just here's your hand, here's pliers, rip them out. That is the worst
not
manifestation.
having a
of
little
that.
tiny god of war coming around and
But no,
whipping it
my
in your
idea
hands.
though was to as like a exposure therapy. I say it very in quotes because it's more of like an onslaught. For Sean to help him overcome his phobia is just to compile like a half hour of like real and like movie scenes of like fingernails getting pulled off, like like from The Ring, from American Assassin, from other films, from like medical stuff or whatever, and just have him like watch it. And anytime he looks away, we pause it. He has to get through the whole thing, and like we record it as like him getting over his
or
fear.
you should just go get a manicure.
No, man, I'm okay with manicures.
You are?
I've
Okay.
removed my own ingrown toenails, and that was
Yeah.
pretty hellacious. But anyways, I realized in that moment that what makes fingernails the phobia, because after that, They burn him with a blowtorch, and then they throw jumper cables in some water that he's standing in and electrocuting him.
And Michael Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Oh my God.
And the jumper cables and the blowtorch, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm just like,
They're
oh,
way
okay,
worse.
he's set on fire. You can see his skin burning alive. But the fingernails just got to me. And what I think it is I told John this, is
And
that
it's a ridiculous explanation.
it is ridiculous, but just see if you can understand this. With fingernails, you could accidentally lose them at any time during everyday life. I'm not gonna accidentally burn myself with a blowtorch. I'm not gonna accidentally be standing in water when somebody throws jumper cables at my feet. You know what I mean?
I think you have about as likely of a chance.
But with fingernails, you get them slammed in the car door. You fall down. You try to catch yourself on a sidewalk. You maybe rake them off.
Think about all the times in the day you could potentially be electrocuted.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
At any time you can be electrocuted.
Especially when we work for an internet company.
Yeah, there's wires all over the place.
Computer, you know,
Now, I will
fixing a
say
light.
your cable management helps a lot of that.
At
Yeah.
any time, you could be drinking some water and what's it called, like dry choke? Have you heard of this before? Where
Dry choke.
Where-
What is this?
this is like a thing with kids, with infants, where
They dry choke?
where kids will not be they won't be swimming, but dry drowning or something. That's what it is. Where they'll drown by having some water or something, and they just for some reason they just can't I don't know. You can do
Never
that,
having
apparently.
kids, man.
They just like water.
Have a
This is
drink.
a
I'm
human thing. Have as humans.
Oh, really?
You're just
Yeah,
handing it
primarily
like a
to
bottle
kids.
of water, shaking.
But I don't
Yeah.
know. But there's so many ways you can die on a day-to-day basis, and you're worried about freaking
Fingernails?
fingernails getting pulled out.
Oh, I'd rather have death than get my fingernails ripped out with pliers.
What about having your teeth pulled out?
Oh my
Would that
God,
be
that's
worse?
another thing. I can't watch that. Like in there's this movie called Old Boy, I think, where this guy puts a claw hammer up under this guy's teeth, and you just hear the scrape of the teeth.
For me, you're talking about things that I just don't want to think about.
Uh-huh.
Think about, like what's that movie where the guy curb stomps him? Is it?
Oh yeah.
American History
yeah.
X.
Oh no.
Just the idea.
No.
For me, that scene. It's not about the curb stomp, which is horrible. It's hearing the sound hit the concrete.
Yeah.
The teeth hit the concrete. That's the
And the
part
shot
for me.
before
They
of
did that
the guy
to-
putting his teeth like actually like
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the curb.
Did you
Exactly.
see the
And him not even fighting.
There's a
for it.
Guillermo del Toro movie about little people that live in the walls. We might have mentioned this on Try Hard before, but the opening scene is this guy beats this girl down, gets a chisel, and scrapes it all on her teeth, and then gets a hammer, and like there's a shot of it scraping up, and then it goes up into her gums, and then he goes whack, and then it's like titles. And then I was like,
she don't-
okay, I turned it off. I didn't watch it.
So you don't need some braces.
Yeah.
Sounds horrible. Sounds horrific.
But yeah, just the fact that
Where did we go? How did this
No,
happen?
no,
They need
because my
we're talking about
topic was
torture.
the fingernail thing is something that could happen to me realistically in everyday life. That's
Yeah.
why it freaks me out. Does that make any sense to you guys at
I
all?
think we just dispelled that myth that there are other things more likely to happen
Yeah.
in everyday life to you than your fingernails being pulled off.
like my fingernails not getting pulled off, which is why I'm having a good day.
Like you're more likely to be walking down the street, accidentally trip and get hit by a car,
And like
like
lose a finger.
infinitely,
Yeah.
infinitely more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Well, everyone's got their phobias, I guess, right?
Yeah, they're
I don't know.
irrational fears for a reason.
I mean, I'm pretty scared of getting tortured in general, but there's no one specific.
Do you have an,
thing.
an irrational fear that you're going to get kidnapped and tortured tomorrow?
I just like the
No.
idea that Parker knows something that somebody really wants to know, and
Wants to know that bad.
Yeah.
they just feel so important. It's so important
That
that
I need
they're
to
going
be
to
captured and
kidnap
tortured.
you and capture Parker Bohan.
That'd be fun. I'd be like, apparently I know something.
No, it would not be fun. It'd be horrible.
But I wouldn't know what to tell him. I don't have anything.
I don't know what to tell you. You can pull out my fingernails all you want.
Then you want to talk about people like earlier on the show we talked about wealth, right?
Uh-huh.
And you want to talk about people like who have like wealth and being a target. You talk about like baseball players in the Dominican, guys who like have major league contracts, they make a ton of money.
Oh, and
Like-
Max Payne 3, there's a plot line about like footballers getting kidnapped.
Yeah, this happens all the time,
You can-
where their family members get kidnapped because they have money, and people will just go in and after them the entire time. It's insane.
Yeah.
But
So don't have money. That's the advice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Appreciate
it
how
offshore.
long Chase leaves it on bowling cam
Yeah, I
every
know.
time he goes
Just
to bowling
to
cam.
stare
does.
at you. a
He
little
Every
likes
bit.
time he
Yeah.
goes to bowling
Face.
cam, I'm
That's
not
like,
listening
I
to
kind
you.
of look back there like, what is Chase doing?
Yeah, I was just looking
He
at
wants
him,
the-
and I was like, Craig's talking,
But it's all
Parker's
me.
talking, and it's still on bowling cam. I
wants the
wonder
audience to
when he's going to
savor.
change it from bowling cam.
Every curve
Right
of your
there.
face.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So I saw a movie this week,
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Parker,
Huh? Why are you looking at me?
because it's your love.
My love.
I saw the first Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, how'd you like it?
I saw the first Harry Potter.
It's magical, isn't it? The first 4 are magical. Then it goes to like straight death. We're all gonna die.
Really?
But yeah.
So, have you seen Harry Potter?
Of course I have.
Okay, I don't know. I've never
Part-
seen.
Of course.
Chase hasn't seen it. Chase, you got a mic? No, you don't have a mic. Okay, so I saw the first Harry Potter.
Yeah. And
I saw the first like 10 minutes of it before, where he's like underneath the thing, whatever.
the closet.
The
in
closet,
the stairs?
yeah, in the closet, and the stairs,
And
under
there's
the
a
stairs,
horrible life
and the
with his-
owls and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I saw up to that point, and then I was like, it's like 2.5 hours long. I'll come back some other time. And guess what I did? Like 5 years later.
Yeah. You came back and finished
Did you
it.
start at the 10-minute mark, or did you pick
No,
up?
no.
You're like, well, I saw the owls.
no.
There we go. Pick it
So,
up from old times.
The thing is, my wife's a huge Harry Potter fan. Like, so
Good.
much so that when we were dating, I had a friend.
Because she was a teacher, right?
Yeah, that's not why.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Well-
she was teaching kids. Harry Potter was really big.
Big. With
No,
kids,
she just
probably.
liked Harry Potter.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Makes
when
sense.
we
Either
were
way.
dating, back when GameWorks was still open, the lady who
good
did their
days.
promotions did a Harry Potter promotion. They had an extra. It's called a Triwizard Cup.
The Triwizard Tournament. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
there's a cup.
they gave an extra cup, so we actually have a Triwizard Cup at
No
our
way!
house.
It's a
Yeah.
port key. Don't touch it. You'll teleport somewhere else.
Oh.
Don't spoil anything for him.
Dude,
careful.
it's so long.
Hey,
ago.
as long as he's
I
going
know.
on this journey.
Well,
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think you should watch all of them.
Well, I will. There's like
Yeah.
8 more, I think.
There's 7 more.
7. Okay.
Way off.
And I've committed to doing this with my wife over time.
Okay.
It'll take me probably 2 years to do
You
it.
could
'cause
just
I'll-
do like
yeah.
one a weekend.
Yeah, but I
that
watch
not
I
manageable?
watch movies like 20 minutes at a time, and
Yeah.
I watch
It
like 3 or
blows
4
my
of them at a
mind.
time.
Oh man.
Like it's just kind of how I view things now.
Yeah.
But I felt if I was to give the first Harry Potter a grade, I would give it like an 8, right?
That's
Of
pretty good.
10.
okay.
Yeah, like it's pretty. It was enjoyable.
what?
If I
Yeah.
watched as a kid, I would have loved it.
See.
Oh,
and I
my
did.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
like 6
man,
years
he
old.
lives in the stairs. He doesn't have parents. He's just like me. He's an orphan that can do anything. You know, like
Do you live with
Yeah,
your aunt and
I-
uncle that don't believe in magic?
no.
Like, I was
that cut on Craig was so good.
Okay.
Good.
I was honestly like in the perfect age range for when the books were coming out
Oh, yeah.
because like when the first one came out, like he was the same age as me at the time. Like in
Uh-huh.
well, he's a little older, but
He's fake, John.
It's cool. Because, you know, what
You
I'm
don't
saying.
have to think about it that much.
Relatability.
The cool part is like like the first movie you said as a kid, you know, you love it so much. Like the great thing is like you grow up with Harry
Yeah.
Potter and they get more serious and more adult as they go. Like
Oh,
the last
yeah.
one is not a
It's like
kids
my
movie.
it's like my career online, where people have grown up with me online.
Exactly.
yeah.
But the
Except
cool
I'm
part
not a
about
wizard.
the cool part about like being a kid and like reading the books like as they come out is you're also growing up as
Yeah.
the books are growing up.
Yeah,
and
of
getting
course.
more serious.
Yeah.
There's a great line from a interview with J.K. Rowling, the author of the books.
Mhm.
After she wrote the second book, that's when it starts getting slowly darker and darker.
Mm-hmm.
This mother wrote her was like, "Hey, so my son and I are big fans of your book series, and like the first book was really good, second was good too, but it was a little too dark. So if you
Like,
wouldn't
oh,
mind."
God, you're not gonna like the rest
Yeah,
of them.
if you wouldn't mind like making sure that the sequels are a little lighter and more like the first one. She replied back saying, "You better stop reading now because they're gonna go way darker."
They get so much darker.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it's and
You
that's
say
pretty-
so much darker, but like they never really truly break the PG-13. Like,
No,
oh,
well, it's not
whoa,
like
you know.
savage dark. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
of course.
Yeah, it's not like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll just say,
it's,
yeah,
you
with
know,
with the first one, it's like magic is real, things exist, and then like
no,
no, but I'm saying like the first one introduces that there's bad magic and there's
It goes
bad
it
evil,
goes
and
from
then
it
just
goes from
keeps
kids'
going.
problems to adult problems. That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what it is.
basically.
it
Yeah.
goes from
Hermione having
you
a
could have gotten
period
hurt
and
to
stuff, like-
people are dying.
magic period.
She said adult problems. Like all of a sudden she's becoming a woman. Harry
They
finds hair
do
somewhere.
hint at that here and there,
Really?
and later
Yeah,
in the
a
series.
couple.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. To
No,
totally
no
hint.
stone is unturned,
Yeah.
including the
No
sorcerer's
sorcerer's
stone.
stone. Yeah.
No, but yeah, it basically goes from like, oh, someone could have gotten hurt to people are dying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
yeah. And I think that's, yeah. I don't know. I'm not excited to watch the rest of it.
You should be.
but I will in time watch it.
and then you can go to Universal,
well, and I think that's the big
and
thing
it's so much fun.
because what's the lane they go down? What's it
Diagon
called?
Alley.
Diagon Alley, right? Diagon Alley, right?
I went there. I was just there.
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw it and I was like, "Is that Diagon Alley?" And
Mm-hmm.
Kristen goes, "Yes." And I was like, "Parker was just there."
I
like
was.
I thought that would be really cool to go down to. Like
Yeah.
just I felt more connected to your story because I saw that now. So
Yeah.
it was,
How excited are you because I don't think Grayson watches the Try Hard podcast. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But I really just want to be like, Grayson, we're going Universal.
Oh,
and filming and
now
stuff.
you want to do this?
Huh?
You want to do this?
I like
now.
the idea of surprising Grayson with tickets
Look,
to
he
Universal.
didn't like the Disney idea, and then he loved it. That's how Sean is.
When
alright?
well, real quick, when does his?
I
job
didn't
start?
like. Here's the thing, John. I don't like the idea of spending time away from work. That is the issue here.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Disney because I'm thinking about like
Let me
taking
ask
the
you a question
time
real
and
quick.
getting
Make a work
ahead.
trip out of it.
Hey, when Grayson's job ends in 2 weeks.
Grayson will be here February 3rd. Moved in.
When does he start his job?
He starts his job February 6th.
What's his new job?
February 3rd.
He's still got to move in too.
Yeah, he's still gonna. When does he move in? February 3rd.
Yeah, February 3rd is his move-in day.
Is he
Okay,
still gonna
but
be a
his
cop?
job ends. We could time this out to where there's a week in there where like, congratulations, guess what? New job, new life. Let's go to Universal. What's up?
Yeah.
I think that'd be really fun.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay, shut up, don't talk.
Yeah, nobody tell Grayson.
Listen, you son of a bitch. I'm talking to fucking you. If you tell Grayson, I will donkey punch your dog.
Try not
That
to
requires
cuss.
Yeah.
having sex with the dog.
I said son of a bitch.
No, you
Yeah.
said fucking.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, you did.
Well, just gloss over it.
He said the F word.
Just ruined it.
Well, fuck it now.
I didn't ruin anything.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Harry Potter is wonderful.
Well, I look forward to doing that.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Diagon Alley's
baby.
great.
A whole baby.
You can get
triple.
interactive wands and go around the park.
Wouldn't that be
and,
so silly if we got Grayson, the 6'8" Grayson, a
my
giant
God, that'd be
interactive
great.
wand?
It's like
Yeah.
a toothpick to him. He's just like,
just pick, and they're picking just his wand. Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. So yeah, that was. I feel like I'm about to embark on an adventure that I'm
You
very
are.
indifferent to.
It's very fun.
Hey,
Sounds
just
like a
real quick,
metaphor
just
for
real quick.
life.
I don't actually want to talk about this, but I just want to know what number score would you give Mad Max Fury Road for real?
7. Yeah. It's okay. I said it before. It's a movie about cars.
How many times did y'all see that in theater?
4.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's not
same
bad.
here.
I saw Avatar 8.
8
To
times.
be fair, it was out in theaters probably 8 or 9 months.
Oh my goodness! I saw James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah, that one.
They are going straight through to 2025.
Really?
Yeah, he's making 5 of them.
See, they say
Why?
that, but they've been saying that for
I
like the past
know,
3
but it's like
years.
Jimmy, come on, nobody cares about that crap.
Yeah, well, it is
First
the
one
biggest.
was cool.
The first one was the highest-grossing motion picture in history.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
just Dances with Wolves.
Name one character. In the movie.
Avatar.
Jake Sully.
No, you're right. And isn't that the most fascinating thing about that movie?
Yeah.
Is that it's the highest-grossing film in history, but nobody can name anything about it outside of Pandora.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like-
can name like the actors, but not the
I don't
characters.
remember. Well, I mean, it's been been a long time.
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium was the medal that they
Unobtainium.
wanted. Papa Dragon was the name of the.
I don't
Who's
remember
the dude with the
anything.
white hair?
And
the
you've
white
seen it
blood's
8
hair?
times.
You've seen it 8 times.
I
of
own
course
it
you
on
remember.
Blu-ray, director's cut, and the extended director's cut.
I owned it on Blu-ray as well.
I did not. Yeah,
I did not.
So good.
I saw it like 3 times in theaters because it was a good time. It was fun.
Yeah.
And like the 3D was decent.
It was kind
you
of
know,
the same
but-
reason I went to go see Valerian. The story, I'd say, was god awful, but it was fun and it was visual.
I
and
concur.
enjoyed it.
Valerian sucked big time, but I
Yeah.
got it for
Yeah,
Christmas.
it was a lot of fun.
And I
Yeah.
watched it, and it is a ton of fun.
Man, it was crazy. I don't
Speaking
know.
of a ton of fun,
Ton of fun, man. Let me tell you about a ton of fun. You can have a ton of fun anytime with our new sponsor. Well, our sponsor, they've been with us for a long time, Blue Apron. Blue Apron's been with us for a long time. They are the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Blue Apron is the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S. And while many people know what we do, many people don't know the types of meals that you can get when you are a member of Blue Apron. It's awesome. So Blue Apron offers 3 different plans: a 2-person plan, a family meal plan, or a wine plan, where you get 6 bottles of wine from renowned winemakers delivered monthly. So if you're into wine, it's a great opportunity to give all sorts of fun stuff a try. And that's a lot. Jeez, 6 bottles of wine from renowned winemakers a month.
you said read that one again.
That's a lot. Wow,
That's a lot of
pretty
work.
That's crazy.
That's pretty
One
awesome.
afternoon.
So for 8 weeks, ending on February 26th, so we only just, I guess, about 5-6 more weeks left. Blue Apron is teaming with Whole30 to bring you delicious recipes. Our menus will feature 2 Whole30 approved recipes each week, like seared steaks and warm lemon salsa verde with roasted broccoli and sweet potato. All that sounds delicious. And chicken and kale orange salad with spicy tahini dressing.
Ooh.
Man, that's the beautiful thing about Blue Apron is that they
It
give you
sounds
these
good.
things.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what they are, but I know they're going to taste great.
Oh, yeah.
That's the wonderful thing about it. So, look, It's convenient, it's flexible, and it's high quality. That's probably the best thing about it. So, man, give it a try. Go to Blue Apron, blueapron.com/tryhard. Blue Apron is treating all of you to $30 off your first order if you visit blueapron.com/tryhard. So check out this week's menu and get your $30 off with free shipping, by the way, at blueapron.com/tryhard. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Once again, they support us, so please support them.
I tell you what, I don't think there's been a better read from you.
Is that top tier?
Yeah,
That was solid.
that was really good.
Well, Blue Apron, I'll tell you what, they're easy to read about.
that was a really good read.
Thanks, appreciate that.
I remember when I got Blue Apron. I didn't follow any of the rules, but I made one damn good meal.
Oh yeah,
It was
I didn't
delicious.
follow any of the rules.
I didn't look at the
Is there a
There's
rule set that'll come find you if
there's
you don't do it?
recipes.
Yeah, well, it gives you the step-by-step.
Yeah,
Right,
But, but are they rules or is it just a recipe?
Recommendations.
Do not put the seasonings in before the rice.
Like someone just comes in and
Rule number 1.
the
Bust in with a Blue Apron on.
yeah, the Blue Apron police come in. They chop off one of your fingers for every mistake. It's funny. Oh man, that's awesome. Hey, speaking of chopping off fingers,
Yeah.
this is more of like a not so much a physical thing, but it's something that I've seen. You said I wanted to get to this topic, but I didn't see a better way to transition to it.
Okay.
So this week I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of articles pop up about the toxicity of the video game industry.
You're just reading about this now?
No. We've joked about this for years,
Right.
right?
Like since video games.
What's the number one rule? especially online? Like I say,
Yeah.
The number one rule online is nerds are more entitled than any other kind of.
Well, no.
any
When
other
you
group.
start creating content online, it's like don't look at comments for 2 weeks, right?
Right.
And it should be even longer than that, right?
You shouldn't
Don't
look at
ever.
comments at all.
Don't
but-
ever look at comments.
So I've seen like Colin Moriarty did a video about this, and see, there's a lot of like, he did a video about how he's been harassed.
The guy from Kind of Funny.
Yes, he was from Kind of Funny. Now he started off and does Colin's Last Stand,
Oh.
and he has a Patreon and stuff. And he has his video in particular is about one guy who has tweeted about him. He's on pace this year to tweet about Colin 6,500 times.
Wow.
Oh, really? So he made a
lot.
video about this one dude.
Well, it's about
framed
half
around
of it.
I'd say he
But-
deserved it. after
Yeah,
that
He
many
talks
tweets.
about it, yeah. And this guy, I guess he used to work with him in a small manner at like when he worked for IGN, like they worked in the same building or whatever.
Yeah,
But the guy just has it out for him, and he talks about just the harassment that Colin feels about it. And Colin got a lot of backlash from people who are like, oh, so now you care about harassment when you're talking about women and blah blah blah. So he's getting a lot of kickback from that online from social media. But I also saw an article about on Polygon about abuse of developers in particular.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of what these things kind of piggybacked on each other. I was like, this is something that we've talked about a little bit, but not at length.
You're saying abuse from the audience.
Yes.
Do you remember there was, because developers are overworked like crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, do you remember the LA? You just made me think about this. Do you remember the LA Noir studio?
Yeah, of course.
That guy had basically like verbally abused his staff, and he was making them work 120-hour weeks. It was just-
Well, I don't
just
remember
insane.
that, but I like the more people glorify video game developers as far as like the rock star ones, you know, the guys who
Rockstar
are,
in particular, they do a wonderful job.
Well, sure.
Well, actually, you're right. I was telling Craig about this. The Rockstar devs, they're not like Peter Molyneux or Cliffy B, where they're just like,
yeah, look,
you know, those are my suspenders.
yeah, sure.
I'm a game developer. I make dumb promises that I can't keep.
Sure.
But they're just like, yeah, here's a great game. We're rich. We made it for you guys.
We're gonna
Here,
keep
thanks
making
for
stuff.
thanks for buying 60 million copies.
Yeah.
It's-
But it's this article in particular on Polygon. It has obviously it's Polygon. It's it's Polygon's supposed to be the face of gaming journalism right now, right? Sorry, Kotaku, you had your day. But there's all these like abusive tweets that are sent to these developers that are listed in this article, and it talks about how some developers are just like, I really just don't want to do this because it's not fun.
yeah. The Mass Effect fans chased the creators of the series out of the gaming industry altogether.
Yeah, and I think the thing is we've known about this for a long time, but it's like, what are we gonna do about it? And I don't think there's anything you can do about it because the gaming audience is like the stupid ignorant response is we'll just do better.
Yeah.
Like that's the easy response.
Yeah.
We all just need to do better. but that's not a solution,
Yeah.
right? I think the reality is that the gaming audience just needs to mature, and that's not going to happen.
asking a
Yeah,
lot.
it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Exactly, especially
gonna
when you have immature people dealing with social media, and that's why whenever we talk about our audience and how fortunate we are to be a part of, to have our audience who's a little bit more mature and
That's why we're always like, don't do that stupid crap where you're like, Xbox is better than PlayStation.
yeah, we slap that shit to half court.
Yeah, because it's so
Because
stupid.
we know PlayStation's better, but yeah, for sure.
No, but it's so. I'm tired of having the conversation of okay, well this needs to stop. So what are you gonna do? Okay, do better. That solves nothing, right?
Yeah.
The reality is that
Well, and you have the problem that the people that hate you are also the ones buying your game.
Oh yeah.
So
The issue with gamers and why gamers are so vocal is
Yeah.
because there's no other medium that makes people feel like they own it because it's an experience that they're having with the product.
Yeah.
You know, you see that with, the Star Wars backlash and all that crap because people have been doing it people have been experiencing Star Wars since 1977.
Yeah.
And so, they think that they own the franchise, which is why they get so mad when anything is different. With video games, you're not even watching something, you are the character and you feel like, oh, this belongs to me now, so that means I can just yell whatever I want. It's the ultimate, it's the perfect medium for entitling its audience.
John, were you gonna say something? Oh, you look like you were gonna say something.
Thoughts going through my head, but
Oh,
Like
okay.
what?
Well,
my mind's
just
racing.
John, go ahead.
no, I was just keep going.
Okay,
say
so
anything.
the thing, think about any other medium, right? Any other artistic medium, right? And you can go
Film.
whether video games or art, whatever, right? It is what it
course
is.
they
It
are.
is it's what is it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yeah.
And for me, like, I see the argument from both sides. Video games are art, video games are not art, whatever. It doesn't even matter, right? But think about any other medium. Like, let's just say art, right? Physical pictures, right?
Oh, that's the one I hate the most.
Someone was to buy a picture.
Yeah.
Someone was to buy a movie. Someone was to buy a song, right? On iTunes. They now own that song. They own that picture. They own that movie. They own that DVD.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, like, someone tweeting at the artist of a painting, being like, "I don't like this. You should change it for your next painting."
You should kill
Right?
yourself.
You should kill yourself for making this. Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I know we already said it, so whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, why? And you've been saying entitled for a long time, and it's one of those things where I've always felt that was a pretty strong word to throw around.
I
But I
say
think it's
entitled.
true.
I say entitled because I can't think of anything lower to call these people.
You know, it'd be kind of cool. It would require some kind of AI system that would actually read your tweet. So in some regard, they
there
would be
are.
watching you. But it would be kind of funny if, like, Twitter could detect when you're about to send out an angry tweet, and before you could hit send, it'd be like, "You sure about this? Well, how about you like chill out for like 12 minutes and come
I
back
think
to
you
it?"
should have a license to use social media.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Who was it? I was watching.
Well, that gets rid of. I mean, that hinders free speech
well.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I was watching Seinfeld's Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee,
Yeah.
Oh, I started watching
and
that.
I believe it was Tina Fey.
Yeah.
He was with, and she's like, I want to be the governor of handing out social media licenses.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's like what she wants to do. And someone's like, "What do you want to do?" She's like, "I don't know." No, I think maybe it's Sarah Jessica Parker. Anyways, it was
Okay.
it was a female who's done very good for themselves, and they're funny as shit. But on top of that, just with all this steamroll of social media, of the backlash of just the backlash towards these developers and such. I also watched the new David Letterman thing on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Next guest
big
or
beard?
something.
Yeah. And where he interviews Barack Obama, and they have a segment in there where they specifically talk about social media, right? And it comes down to the anonymity of things, the ability.
They talked about
to,
like the algorithms and
Instant
stuff
put
as
the
well,
words
right?
out
And
there.
like,
what's that?
The ability to just instantly say whatever you want.
Yeah, and like for me, when you look at where we are at today in the world, politically, socially, across the world, from a talking to someone day to day, having mutual respect for somebody, and the ability to have a conversation without yelling. And I realize this is coming from a guy who has an alter ego called Evil Craig that says fuck 18 times in a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
Right? That's an act. All right? It's not real. But the ability of having a real conversation, all that started with the best invention, the most important invention, in the last 100 years, and which is the iPhone, and then the ability to connect with social media on with Twitter, Facebook, etc. Right? Like that's my theory on all this thing. Like before Twitter, before social media, before Facebook, you didn't have these issues, right? And people will say, well,
I don't have any issues still.
Oh my God, look around you, dude.
That's
like,
I don't want to.
Well,
if I just
and that's the thing.
I barely get on Twitter,
and
Instagram,
that's
Facebook.
the best thing about it, though. Is like the only way you cannot have issues is to bury your head in the sand and be ignorant. And that's the best way to do it. And I applaud you for that.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, you're talking about what do we do? Do we get better? My answer is for the devs to just
turn your phone off.
Do your best and not look at it.
But you can't.
I know you can't.
Think about what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
I have 46,000 Twitter followers. I can't just be like, I'm not going to tweet and tell people that that would damage Game Attack if I didn't tweet when a video went out.
I tweet only basically when videos go out now. Right. I don't look at my phone.
Like it's crazy. I deleted. I did my regular delete Twitter on the phone.
Yeah, you do it like every couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, no, I do it probably every 6 months. every 6 months or so, because
religious Twitter deletion.
Because I just get so caught up in it, and I wake up, I check Twitter. I caught myself checking it like every 15 minutes, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I did that with Vine, and I'll do it with Vine too. Vine's pretty much the only app that I had no problems with because it was just 6-second.
Is
YouTube.
there a Vine too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on the way.
Yeah, it's coming.
When I get home, I take my phone, I put it on my nightstand. That way, I can only hear it when it rings.
I'm dead serious when I say this. My next phone may be a flip phone. Like I may step back to, and I will only tweet when I'm at a computer. I will only check YouTube when I'm at a computer. And like you're like, God, you're over here shaking your head, and you're right because it will hurt Game Attack. Yeah. But for me mentally, it'll be so good for me.
Yeah, I had a flip phone up until the first HGC I helped with, because that's kind of for the same reason, not so much social media, but just like trying to stay disconnected from phones and stuff. The only reason I was like, fine, I'll get a smartphone, was because Lisa Foyles was trying to email me, like, hey, are you my ride to the airport? I didn't see it till I got home. I was like, damn it.
Well, yeah, and you think about the pluses of having a smartphone, the idea of being able to, capture your kids at any moment, take a picture,
and
things
it's
like that.
Great for business and like just everyday life,
checking your email.
But also as a parent,
good things for it.
But also as a parent, do you ever just want to like look at your kids
all the time, dude?
I know you have the chance, but like, do you ever pull out your phone and then realize that you should just put it back and just look at them? Does that happen?
Yeah, I did that with my niece and nephews. Like my mom's like, "Oh, someone record this." Like,
I know of what you're
the Archangel episode.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
It got out of hand.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Like, we've been in the car before.
John was talking.
I was, yeah.
I'm sorry, it was just really low.
No, but like, no, a lot of times when my niece and her nephews, are doing something cute or whatever, something memorable.
Right.
A lot of times my mom was like, "Oh, someone should be recording this." It's like, we're just enjoying it right now. Like, obviously we will every now and then record something funny, but most of the time it's just like, it's gonna be here in the moment.
It's like the Great Movie Ride. Do you remember that?
Sure.
Yeah.
We were surrounded by 20, 25 people that watched it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go to a concert these days.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. And it's almost hilarious how bad it is.
I probably have hours worth of concerts on my phone.
And you'll never look at.
I do, though.
No, you won't. You'll
just
never.
Just buy the DVD when it comes out. It's gonna be a better experience.
No DVD. What are you
They
talking
do put
about?
DVDs out of concerts.
I've never seen that.
I own some.
but regardless, like, you think about how memory. I realize this conversation has gone way off the rails to something totally different, but
It's supposed to.
I feel like my social media is something that I'm growing to hate more and more every day.
A lot of people
Why?
are. Like Takahata is basically like, I'm only going to be on here to post videos and stuff like that. Like, Takahata's
Like, don't even
up,
think about the life
otherwise.
stuff. Think about the socioeconomic issues that are going on. Like when I look at my news feed, when I look at my USA Today, what's on Facebook, it's like, no, this information is only for me.
Exactly. It's so tailored to you.
Yeah, and that's the scariest thing you'd possibly imagine. That is fall of civilization level shit. And I know it sounds like really dramatic. That is how shit gets totally messed up.
Dude, you're right.
It is so lethal, and nobody talks about it.
It doesn't challenge anybody. It doesn't challenge. Would you say why?
No, I said what is?
What?
Like tailored news feeds?
Yes.
Oh.
Because
I don't get any news
because
feeds, man.
because it
Like-
doesn't challenge you to think outside your normal the way you think. It doesn't challenge you at all. And you're right. Like it's
Like
funny.
I'm gonna get on Twitter and you know, just vague politics. I'm never gonna see other political viewpoints. In hypothetically, like I'm just gonna have a one-track mind for however I think based on who I follow, what I've liked, what I've commented on. Facebook is the most dangerous thing in the world right now, 1,000%. Because
I mean, there's like bombs and stuff, but
no,
There's, like,
Facebook is
nuclear
way more
threats.
dangerous than bombs. Because think about who's using it:
guns and-
kids, teens, young adults, middle-aged people, and elderly people. That's everyone. Everyone uses Facebook.
Sure.
And nobody, and I guarantee you, no one on that platform understands what it does and how it functions algorithmically and how it's tailoring their feeds.
No, dude, even
Nobody understands
even
it.
how we work, even what you're watching this on YouTube right now. Everything you see is built around the stuff that you watch, right? But you're talking about like the algorithm is built around your specific interest.
Yeah.
You know, you go in and you watch a Game Attack video. Guess what? You made it this far, you're gonna get suggested another Game Attack video. You go watch Game Grumps. Guess
I
what?
will say YouTube's at least recently, like you click on one video,
Oh, you
and
can-
your whole like feed is going to be that video.
Oh
like,
yeah,
over And over
absolutely.
again.
It's insane. It's you're right. It's scary. It is scary stuff. And you think about I think about my kids in this all the time. I'm like, I will not. There's no way I'm gonna give my kids give them access to a smartphone.
What?
Not for a long time, dude.
Why not?
Because they need to be mature enough to handle what they can do with that smartphone. Because that's not look. That is a Swiss Army knife of
Social destruction?
Yeah.
absolutely.
But they're like kids. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kids who are taking pictures of their wangs and
Yeah,
sending it,
that's true.
and kids
and
who are
convincing each other to kill themselves.
Yeah.
yeah.
give them a phone. That's a great idea. No, that's like, dude, you're right. Like that's
I
something.
mean, you could do far
I'm
more
extremely
good with
I'm
it.
impassioned about this topic. Just so you know. So,
You
sorry.
could do far more good.
you said
with it.
impassionate.
I'm impassioned by this topic.
Oh, passion.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. No, I'm with you on that, and I would love to talk to somebody. I'm not a very good debater, right? Like when you look at guys who can just bring it down, and I never took that class in school. I never learned how to
club?
do that.
The debate one.
But well,
debate
there is a debate class in school,
I know.
right?
I know.
But I never learned how to debate. But I would just love to talk with somebody who is on the idea of social media, even with all the stuff you see around you, the things that it tears down, the positive aspects of social media, right? I think right now we're on the backside of social media of the positivity of it. I think we're certainly on the backside of it having a negative effect on the world as a whole, as opposed to a positive effect.
You know, I bet you you'll see like small pockets of flip phone renaissances happening with younger people.
Yeah, I mean,
More and more.
Oh,
So.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
I won't be a part of that. I'll let you know.
Well, it's like people bringing back vinyl.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Like it'll become hip to go read the paper again soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Let's slow down a
Don't
little
get their
bit.
hopes up.
There's some things
Yeah,
worth bringing back. There's some that are not.
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. It's. I know we started talking about video games, but it just always comes back to the social media for me. It really does, and I've said this for years
I don't know. I just don't care that much.
because okay, that's fine.
Like I do, like
And that's
yeah.
it's such a millennial thing to say.
I'll see bad stuff and I'll see good. Like I don't care. It's social media for one. It shouldn't have that much.
I do have to
control
say
over
though,
your
Parker,
life.
you're very, very laid back, and you don't. I don't know. You don't.
That's
see,
also part of it, though. Like social media or not, to live a life to the fullest or to any positive degree,
Yeah.
you have to be able to be laid back to some degree, and
I'm not gonna let that
roll with the
control my
punches.
life.
And like if someone says something mean about you,
Like that's something I look at for 5 minutes while I take a shit. That's not what I base my views off of.
I'll tell you what. I saw some. I was introduced to something on social media yesterday that I had no idea about. So I'll talk about a positive here. In
I
just
got a
second.
positive after you.
All
Yeah.
right, sounds good. Well, I'll let you know this episode of the Triad Podcast, episode 66, is brought to you by our friends at Uber. Uber, once again, you can request an Uber ride anytime. Everyone knows Uber, right? All you got to do is go download the Uber app, get going. Maybe you need to run some errands. You can take an Uber and don't deal with the hassle of finding a parking spot. Like, here's the thing. You don't want to be the parking spot stalker guy. Like nobody wants to go out there and the person like just following you
creeper.
around. It's weird.
Where you going?
That
You
guy
help
who
with those
cruises up and
groceries?
down the parking lot looking for someone with their keys out, just moving around. So you can snag their spot, and then you give the guy the middle finger as you're going. The other guy who's waiting in line, you go. You don't want to be that guy, right? There's a better way to do this. You take an Uber ride. You get dropped off at the door. You're saving time. You're saving the headache, the aggravation of looking for the place to park. We use Uber all the time whenever we travel. We use Uber when we want to go places here. It's the best way to get around town.
Go out to the bars with your friends, get home safe. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a really, really good way to get around. Have you ever done this? Maybe messed with, maybe messed with parking lot stalkers?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
I gotta be honest, this parking lot stalker thing. You talk so much about parking lot stalkers.
I was once a parking spot stalker until I started using Uber. Is what I'm
I
saying.
see.
That's right. I've changed my ways.
It makes
so
sense.
Go install the Uber app today at the App Store or Google Play. The new riders who use our code TRYHARD get $5 off their first 3 rides, which is really great.
Oh wow.
That's code TRYHARD, one word, to get $5 off your first 3 rides. For a better way to get anywhere you have to be. New users only. Offer expires February 18th, 2018. So
Get on
a month.
Yep, we got about a month or so.
Yeah.
So get on that. Thank you very much, Uber. They support us, so please support them. Okay.
What's your new social media discovery?
Well, I found out about the. I keep my computer here just in case for this. I found out. I saw something on. Have you guys heard the 2 words used together? New California.
yeah.
Have you heard about this?
The rest of basically it. Let me see if I'm right about this because you have the computer up. But yeah, there's like San Francisco, L.A., and maybe San Diego. But just like that sliver of coastal states or cities, and
Can you
then
pull it up on the preview chance?
and then the rest of California outside of there says no, we're new and we're different. I guess.
So
I don't know why. I don't know what their statement was.
But not the artsy yuppies.
Okay, so here's
Yeah.
the thing, right?
Yeah,
On
it's like
Monday,
just those coastal cities.
I saw this on Twitter last night. I was like, New California, what the hell is this about? Bolin is interested. So New California is this thing where a group of area down the coastline of California is concerned about pretty much that the rules of the rest of California don't apply to them it's in a negative way.
I think it's the opposite.
Right. Well, no, it's that like they're paying for everybody else.
Yeah,
right?
word.
And their thought process is that they want to change taxes, become essentially a 51st state, which would, if they were to
Mess up all kinds of flags.
if they were to secede, there it is
See,
right
New
there.
California is the rest of it, though.
No, but it actually goes down to Los Angeles, down into Orange County, right? No. New California is the yellow.
No, it's the blue.
No, it's the yellow.
Either way,
No, it's
continue.
That's,
What is the article
from
say?
there. It's the blue.
I don't. That does confuse me.
no,
I'm pretty sure it's the blue. It's the rest
If the
of
star
California.
is the
that
legend,
was
then it's the
split
yellow.
off.
Yeah, it's yellow Parker. Let's just trust it.
the way it's described to me is the yellow,
Okay, gotcha.
but the way I saw it. But
Okay, so why?
oh
Because
no, you're right. Actually, yes, I'm sorry.
So it's
Yeah,
all
the inside is all New California.
The big
That
one-
is
the-
correct.
yeah,
I'm
the big
sorry.
one's
Blue is
California.
new.
Yeah,
Is
go back to that, Chase, real quick. Okay. So all the blue is New California. I'm sorry.
So like LA and stuff is old California.
Right in
Okay.
San Francisco.
So because primarily that's like farmland and
yeah,
you know,
and vineyards and stuff like that. Because when you think about California, I'm not thinking about all that blue crap. Think about the yellow, you know?
You think about the coastline,
Yeah, but
right?
a lot of
Yeah.
states are like that. Like when you think of Texas, a lot of people outside of Texas think of Dallas or Austin. They don't think about.
I think about Cowboys.
yeah, I think
Gilmore,
about some
Longhorns.
Cowboys.
Fly Mound.
But I would say Texas is different. But yeah,
The thing about this that it wasn't the political aspect of this that I thought was interesting was that in 2018 the idea of a 51st state happening
wasn't that supposed to
in
be
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Yeah, but this being like the 51st state and the idea that it's a long shot, but they have enough interest that they could at least gain some traction on the idea of essentially separating out because
I'd do it. I'd vote for it.
I mean it's not yours
Just
to vote for,
because-
but
Yeah, honestly, just because then we gotta
course you
change
would.
all our flags. We gotta accommodate this
But
new state.
this is a
which
talk-
just California.
Man, Parker, you're such a little shit.
I don't care.
And
It don't affect me. It's funny.
it don't affect me. It would affect you. You don't even know it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
man.
You
But it would be like
and your friends are so screwed.
it would be I think a top 10 state as far as population and such go.
Yeah, of course.
But it's fascinating to me that that this in today's world You hear every couple years the idea of, oh, Texas is going to secede. They're going to secede from the Union, blah, blah, blah. You know?
Oh, we'd die in a heartbeat.
But also the idea that, like, I've never heard of this, and this just popped up, and apparently they've already announced the intention of seceding from California on Monday. So they've been working on this for that long that this is a thing.
They're seceding from the state.
Which ultimately would become a 51st state in the United States.
But it's not.
bidding,
It's not becoming its own nation or anything like that.
No. It wants to be a different
Yeah.
state.
No,
Gotcha.
So let me just quickly read this. This is from USA Today. It says the founders of New California took a step early towards statehood Monday, with the reading of their own Declaration of Independence for California, as a state they described as ungovernable. Their solution: take the most current-day California, including the most rural countries, and leave the coastal urban areas to themselves. Yeah. So, and
be like Montana, something like that.
Yeah, it was just fascinating to me that this could happen today. That's all. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the
That's
politics
funny.
of it. Yeah, and it's
Chase,
funny.
get off of bowling cam. Holy shit! I'm just sitting here. Chase, you put the cam on who's talking. This is basics.
Or if there's an interesting reaction.
Give you
Stop
a
it!
diversion.
All right.
So I am sitting here with my finger right here, looking at me on cam.
You know what's the most fascinating thing about
What's
this
that,
is, though? Bowling cam is that it shows you how much research I did on this, right?
Yeah.
I thought New California was the inside, right?
Yeah.
That is weird.
And I looked at this for like probably 15, 20 minutes, and I didn't actually see a chart that said New California, Old California. I just assumed it was on the
That's
coast.
weird that you would be like, we're going to be the new thing, but you guys have to take the new name. It's just like, you know what I mean?
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah. No.
But this is apparently how...
New California is the blue.
Right.
Yes, so...
They want the new thing as well, and they're going to have a new name.
Oh, I thought they wanted to be California, and they were like, we're
No.
splitting off, but you guys have to be the
no.
new California.
No.
Oh, so it'd be a new state. What would the new state name be? If
New
you had to-
California.
New California.
That's it. You just said wasn't going to happen.
No. Who's on first? What's on second?
So New California is the name of the state.
The name of the new
Is
state.
the idea of what they're talking. It's just like West Virginia or New Mexico.
So they're not going to call it.
Or New
They're
England.
going to call it New California.
That's the working title.
What's the old California?
Just
gonna be
California.
Just California.
called? Yeah, that's what I was just saying, and you
Oh
guys
my
were like,
God.
"No, that's not what's happening." God.
So here's a positive thing from social media.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's our old friend Andrew WK. All right. Released a new single.
Destroy, build, destroy.
Music is worth living for.
It's a good one.
And yeah, it's pretty awesome. And there was a fan, I guess in England or something, or somewhere where they use pounds, like so England. And when the song came on, he got so into it that he started driving really fast on accident and he got a speeding ticket. And he tweeted about it, saying, Andrew WK's, new music is so awesome. that I
Casually
just couldn't
driving
contain it,
down
and I
the
got a speeding
M4.
ticket.
Yeah.
And when Andrew WK saw this, because he was tagged in the tweet, he was like, "Hey, I think that guy's name was Luke. Luke, DM me. I want to pay for your speeding ticket since I'm responsible for you going too fast and partying." And so he offered to pay the ticket. Eventually, Luke was like, "That's awesome, but donate the money to something better than my speeding ticket."
Yeah.
But no, there's a positive thing from social media. Just
Yeah.
Totally
got
fun.
And he got some good puff from it too.
No, of
Worth over
course.
$100 for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
well worth over $100 of it. So we're gonna,
Andrew WK's Twitter responds to everything.
yeah.
yeah, he's pretty
I
funny.
super highly doubt it's actually Andrew WK.
It
You
is.
think it's a
You think
manager?
so?
Yeah. Otherwise, why would he have come play video games with us?
I don't know.
That's how we got a hold of him.
Maybe that wasn't
Oh
him.
yeah, that is true. Andrew WK.
Either way, like it's just a
Is it as epic as Party Hard? I haven't heard it yet.
It's really good. It's the first single. I mean, there's probably going to be some kind of new Party Hard. On
Can you
there.
believe he's only got one album?
He's got 2 albums.
Oh, he's got 2 albums.
He's
Okay.
got at least he's got 3.
He's got 3 albums.
I have 2 of them. There's a 4th one coming out. I think this is the 4th one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's something good.
yeah, I'm excited.
It's a good boy.
All right. I played another game this week,
Yeah.
which Parker, I bet you've been all in. It's called VR Chat.
Oh my God. I did it once and it was wonderful. But yeah, it's a funny game. Like it's just I don't know. They don't have like regions for how you would normally log on to an online game like North America. Like you're in with everybody, and so you just get like crazy conversations and
Yeah.
skins of devils and
Well, I was watching.
that's Sonic for people who
Yeah.
haven't played VR Chat.
Oh,
Skin
yeah.
of the devil is when you wear a Sonic skin.
Is it really?
Yeah,
It's weird.
Or blue knuckles, I should say. It's not actually Sonic.
So what do? Do you just hang out?
Yeah.
That's exactly
Go
what
to
it is.
different scenarios. Uganda and other ones.
Is that where the knuckles
that's
show you the
Do
way?
know the way. Yeah.
Okay, I got
It's
you.
dumb.
Weird.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I agree.
It's funny.
for some reason, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Like it's dumb. Like I was laughing so much when I was playing it.
It's
There
because
you
you
go.
have that you
There's
have the
its value.
live aspect that you don't know what's gonna happen. Like none of it's scripted or anything like
So
that.
do you embody one of these little avatars?
Yeah, you can go around and there's like random avatars. You can load in your own if you want, if you have those.
Yeah.
Or in certain scenarios and like places you'll go to, there'll be skins that you can just like put on yourself.
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty much it.
I just did a random Sunday night stream
Mhm.
and popped in and
Do you have like an Oculus and everything?
no. You can play desktop mode,
Mhm.
and while doing so, I started and probably 10, 15 minutes in, so like a G1 walks out to me, he's like, "Hey, Craig, what's up?" I was like, "Huh?" and I was just busy, like I was just trying to, I don't know, just interact with people, be silly. And this G1, he's like, "Hey, man, I've been watching your stuff, cool." And then all of a sudden, Big Jeffrey walks up, "Hey, man, what's going on? How's it going?" And by the time I was done, I was being chased by like 15 or 20 G1s following me around. One of them was a giant woman with a Hank Hill face.
That's awesome.
Like just big old legs.
My
just-
boy wasn't right.
Yeah, it's like, I want to sell you some propane. Come here. And I'm like, "No, Hank Hill, no." And I had a Daffy Duck, which was the guy doing the Daffy Duck voice was on top tier Daffy
Really?
Duck. Yeah,
Nice.
it was Donald Duck.
Oh,
Was
okay.
that say Daffy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daffy.
Donald Duck.
About all the dust.
It was such a silly, stupid thing, which
Yeah.
some G1s were like, I'm in here every night,
Mhm.
and I could see like you could make friends with some
Yeah.
people, and like
Yeah.
Catosaurus Rex was playing as Urbosa from the model from Breath of the Wild. Can you pull up Urbosa real quick? And Urbosa was Urbosa's like, it's a cool character,
Right.
scantily clad woman,
Yeah.
and on
Is
top
that the
Gerudo?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Gerudo,
The Gerudo
person, yeah.
woman?
Naruto.
And so
Gerudo.
Urbosa is there, and she
Urbosa.
has the VR aspect where she can like move the fingers, and whenever you speak, the mouth moves. So I feel like I'm actually talking
Yeah.
to Urbosa there.
Yeah, that's a
Goddamn.
nice one you pulled up.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what it was like,
Look at the eight
And so it's kind of like I was like, what? What's that?
Oh, I don't know what his feeling is.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what is this? Urbosa, you look so beautiful.
That's weird.
Yeah, as I was playing as one of the Dark Souls characters, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the
Lothric.
helmet guy, whatever.
Helmet guy.
They're all
the
helmet
guy with the circular.
Oh, the Onion Knight.
Onion Knight. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Nice.
But it was quite an experience. You've only played it one time.
Only once. 'Cause I've been trying. I did all the job simulator, different jobs you can do there, and then
You can do
Robo
jobs in
Recon.
the game.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh. You live your whole life there.
But yeah, I beat Job Simulator, and then I want to get the Rick and Morty one and the Climb.
You know what?
Because I remember when we played the Climb at the old office and Nick threw up.
Oh, that was great.
Did Nick really throw up?
Oh,
yeah, there's video of it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go look on Screw Attack somewhere. Nick throws up.
Yeah.
But
Are you serious?
quick aside here. This has bothered me for years. Honestly, it's really small.
Here it comes.
But
let it all out.
it's about Daffy Duck. All right.
Oh,
So early in Daffy Duck's character evolution, he was Daffy. He was
He wasn't
funny.
Daffy Duck.
He was crazy. He was totally wacky. Like he had a lot of
Sure.
great episodes where he was just totally insane. Then just randomly for some reason they're like, oh, Bugs Bunny needs an antagonist, a foil, and they turn him into a grouch, and he's
Yeah.
angry about everything. He's no longer Daffy. It's so frustrating. Like he's like the worst character after that. He's just such a bastard. I can't stand what they did to Daffy Duck. But the early Daffy Duck episodes are so funny.
You
Are
mean like
great.
what in the 40s? Like when
Yeah,
it
early
came
Looney
out?
Tunes stuff. Yeah, he was awesome. He does an episode where he's like painting mustaches on everything, and like Porky Pig is like a policeman chasing him around. One of the best Daffy Duck episodes. And then at some point, like, oh, let's just make Daffy Duck a total bitch.
I
A
guess.
total bitch.
Like the Daffy Duck you see in like Space Jam, that's the bitch version.
Come honestly.
That is true.
you okay?
They
I
ruined
liked
Daffy.
I liked early
Craig.
Daffy Duck, and they ruined him. All right, so there's that.
All right. I'll say there's only one topic that ever gets me heated. Everything else I don't care about. If there's nuclear winter, it's cool. It's whatever. But like There's only one thing there, really. And
Are
I don't
you
know
gonna
if
get
I have
to
the
it?
energy.
Are you gonna
I don't
tell
know
us
if
what
I
it
have
is?
the energy for it, but it's...
Well, hold on.
it's-
Before you do that,
Yeah.
I want to let you know that this episode of the Try Hard Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Bespoke Post. Awesome stuff. So it's a subscription service, or club that offers monthly theme boxes curated from unique and upcoming brands from around the world. So here's the thing. This is super fun. You visit bespokepost.com and answer a few short questions to help you gauge your interest and get a feel of the box that will, the box that'll vibe with your style, which is pretty great.
Right.
Each subscription box goes for about $45, but there's more than $70 worth of goods inside. So definitely give it a try. It's really cool. If you're looking to explore new products or brands but don't have time to scour the internet looking for them, you can just check out Bespoke Post. They got all the interest, everything that you look for. It's super fun, and it's exciting every month. You get something, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, they sent us some hygiene stuff. They sent us this alcohol that you aged was like a bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You aged it with a charred maple stick or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chart,
I
yep.
don't even know.
Yep. So from barware to apparel, grooming supplies to outdoor essentials, Bespoke Post has something unique for everyone. It's really, really fun to get something like that every month. To receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to bespokepost.com and enter code TRYHARD at checkout. That's 20% off your first box. It's BESPOKE post.com. Promo code TRYHARD. Bespoke Post, theme boxes for guys that give a damn.
Nice.
Good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So, all right, yes, continue.
I don't want to ruin you guys' lives, though.
Okay.
And
here
it,
it comes.
it didn't ruin my life, but you can't unsee it.
What is it?
It's that, I don't remember. I think it was about a year ago when I realized this. But
Are you gonna tell us what it is or not?
Everything is about boxes. Think about how many boxes we have in this room. Okay, we're watching ourselves on a box. We post that to a box.
Screens?
Sure, it doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Well, what do you mean boxes?
I don't know why everything's about. We work in a box. We go home to a box. We put our stuff in a box. And we make our lives out of living in boxes. It's so...
Chase, you gotta pay attention for dramatic angles like this one, okay? My goodness.
We keep our food
More bowling cans.
in a nice purple box over there. We keep
Does-
our games in a box. Everything's about boxes.
Where do you keep your brain?
do you
Are you a box head?
No.
Parker, do you mean to tell me that you hate right angles?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I don't understand at what
That's
point...
because they're all right angles.
Yeah. None of them are wrong. But I don't understand at what point we just became so fascinated with boxes. And I don't know why that song's playing either.
Oh, that was for we got a new patron.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
But yeah.
Parker, have you ever tried to store a stack of DVDs in a triangular shaped container?
Yeah, and obviously it doesn't work. But why?
Because
When you're a baby,
don't know.
they give you a toy that has different shapes and different blocks that fit into the different shapes.
But
That kind of explains why.
But
you-
see,
I
that's...
should have learned this a long time ago.
I know. Look.
you can't. Have you ever tried to put a rectangle
Are you thinking about it?
inside of a circular cardboard box?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
No, you haven't. They don't make circular cardboard boxes because that's stupid.
they make
Yes, they
poster
do.
tubes.
They make cardboard boxes of all types.
Absolutely, they
Point
do.
is,
John, you cock. Look, you know what I'm saying.
There's just
I
boxes
don't
everywhere.
need your bullshit. You
They-
know
and
what
I had
I'm
a whole
saying.
They make
day.
circular boxes all the time.
And I had a whole day of just
Hey,
thinking
get out
about
a hat
this.
box. Show them a hat box.
Yeah,
Show,
I know.
Do you have a hat box,
Look, I'm not
Craig? Do
saying-
you own a hat box?
I don't know. I
There's
don't
a
know
circular
hat
box
nice
at my
enough.
No,
house
you don't
right
own
now.
a hat box.
John might.
John, you.
I don't have a hat box, but there is a circular box.
Look,
at
I'm
my
not saying
house.
that there's not exceptions.
Those are cylinders. They are not boxes.
You said circular
Poster tube.
boxes.
Those are cylinders. Do you not understand what a poster container is?
You see
That
what-
is not a box.
You see what this idea does to people? You think about what it did to me, and then I had this whole. There we go. There's some
Bam! Look
hot
at that.
There's some circular
Look at all them
boxes.
circular boxes.
That is not a. You're an idiot. That is not a box. That is a hat box.
You just said
That is
box!
not. That is not something you pick up from UPS or U-Haul when you're packing, Craig.
Box definition: a container, case, or receptacle, usually a rectangular.
Here we go. John's so smart.
Not
I know,
usually.
John.
Of wood,
I'm
metal,
just
cardboard.
saying you use square boxes because they are the maximum amount of space. That's all
That
it is.
exit sign's a box.
Yeah, of course it is.
I can point out so many boxes.
Arcade cabinets are boxes.
Yeah.
Lights are square.
Yeah.
The lights are square. The fridge is square.
Yep.
Camera lens is square.
Why?
Why are you
Why
so
we got
upset
so many
about?
squares? I just don't know where.
Why are you upset with reality?
I'm not.
That's what you are.
I'm now realizing it, and I feel like I lived most of my life not knowing how important boxes were.
So are you just like upset that you didn't realize this earlier?
I don't know. I think it's just more about.
It's like
now
when
I'm
you first
realizing all the
realize the
boxes
truth of
around.
something. Like at first, like you're angry about it, and you'll
Yeah.
come to terms with it soon.
It'll be
enough.
okay. But like I had a whole day of this revelation, and then I went to go see Justice League, and that whole damn movie is about them finding 3 boxes, and I was about to just get up and walk out because I couldn't handle it. But it was. I stayed.
Do you love Guardians of the Galaxy because they find spheres?
They do find spheres. That's nice.
Does that make you?
That's
That's
nice.
nice. That's
really
nice.
That's nice. Hey,
Beds are boxes.
Yeah.
Do you like Lord of the Rings because it's about a ring and not a box?
It's not about one or the other. It's just that there's so many boxes in our lives.
What about Rocky? Do you like Rocky?
Do you want to talk about There Are Billions?
There is a
Huh?
SpongeBob episode all about.
Do you want to talk about
boxes.
something, not boxes?
This is a weird topic.
Hey, you
I
want,
didn't say it was
do you-
fun.
Hey, do you want to
Hey, don't
talk
box
about,
this conversation. Then.
Don't box them out.
They are billions.
Did you want to talk about the house party thing?
Yes.
Yeah, people come
Do it
to
now.
our box
scared
and have
to.
a party.
We're gonna have a house party in a big box.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's
Details.
something you start a podcast with. That's,
damn
that's
it.
not something you end a podcast with. We talk about the house party right now. We'll be recording for another 2.5 hours.
All right.
Tell
What's
me
wrong,
off
Craig?
camera.
Craig, where are you going? Craig, what are you doing?
The boxes have sucked my will.
Boxes of
The boxes have sucked
I
my
said
will.
I didn't want to ruin your life, but there's so many boxes.
No,
man.
just it wasn't the boxes.
Oh.
It was
you,
you,
Parker.
Parker.
Oh.
You sucked my will.
Well, we gotta do try harder. So stick around.
No, you will do try harder. I will make a phone call.
To who? The box police?
Zach.
Does Zach live in a box too?
Zach who?
Parker, just get a dome
RT
house,
Zach.
and then you'll live in
Okay,
a dome.
igloo?
They have dome houses. Just get a dome house, and you'll be less boxed.
Chase,
I'll
you
live in a
could have
hobbit
cut it
hole.
any time Parker was talking about boxes, but
Yeah, probably at the beginning.
but you
would've been
decided
better.
not to. You decided to just wait.
He's still going, I think.
He's still recording.
Oh, Craig in
God
there.
almighty.
See you later. That was fun.
Chase can't take a hint sedate.